All right, welcome, kings and queens. Today we're back, y'all. We're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. I told you. I need Nell Fletcher to come to the floor, front and center. I need Letitia Scott to come to the floor, front and center. I need Kimberly Scott to come to the floor, front and center. I need Maurice Scott to come to the floor, front and center. I need Destiny Peyton Williams to come to the floor, front and center. I need Marceau Scott to come to the floor, front and center. I need all of you content creators that did not believe those children when they said they were being abused to come to the floor, front and center. I need all of you that have such a hate and a vitriol for Melody Cherie that you can't even pause to receive a child in a report when they're saying they are being mishandled by their father to come front and center. I need those of you who did not believe that in those court records that he sent to me, and I strongly advised him, no, we're not doing this, because I believe if you're going to tell it, you better tell it all. You did strike those kids. You did hit those kids. And guess what? The court has validated everything that has been floating around. And some of you owe that lady an apology. Some of y'all accuse that lady of lying on Martell, being bitter, when all she was trying to do was protect her children. And why does it take that much for us to believe children? Why does it take a black and white document from a court system for y'all to believe children? I want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it really quick. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. Listen, Nell, not only has Martell been abusive towards his ex-wife, but court documents. Listen, why? I mean, is this really a no-brainer? Is this really a no-brainer when a man asks the judge, can you give me an example of how far I can go? Can you tell me what I can't do? Because he very well could be so mentally gone. Y'all, how do you make, I'm sorry, how do you make an excuse for that level of crazy, for that level of narcissistic behavior, that I need you to tell me what I can't do? And then when they read off, okay, you can't punch, hit, slap, give them foreign objects for their mouth, like use foreign objects. You can't make them eat particular things as a form of punishment. And y'all, are we still justifying this? But listen, the Alabama court issues a direct order against Martell Holt to ship up or shape out, or he's about to lose custody of his children. Now, my thing is this. I'm not going to go through the entire article or read everything, because I felt like Diana Rose did a really good job of covering that. But let me say this. Why are we giving him 2 years, 3 years to go to counseling? The way this court system is set up, to me, it's not designed to protect the children. Because let's just say he was another level, because this is already crazy to me, period, point blank. And what a lot of you deem as normal, you really fuck your kids up when they get older, because you think that level of abuse, oh, it's normal shit. My mama did it to me. Yeah, but we got so many violent children that have become adults. And now they have very aggressive and violent tendencies when things tend to escalate, or they don't get their way, or they cannot communicate properly. They result to violence. And it's all because violence begets violence. So some of you justify this because you deem it normal when it's completely insane and absurd. But why would we give an individual like this 2 years, damn near 3 years to get it right? That is crazy to me. Should not the kids be the priority, the highest priority of the court? I think it's absolutely insane that he got this many opportunities just to fucking make a therapy appointment. Y'all, this is basic level instruction. 2 years, almost 3 years, we're giving this man to stop hitting your kids, stop abusing your kids, stop abusing your ex wife, stop sending threatening messages. And yet he gets another chance. He gets another chance at the expense of the children. If that ain't buffoonery, I don't know what the fuck is. Please pardon my language, but this is not anything to play with to me when it comes to child abuse, any shape, form, or fashion. And I want y'all to marinate in that. Anybody that could come back and fix your mouth to justify this and the behaviors that this man has exhibited towards his children and or ex-wife, listen, you may want to keep that to yourself. Because the moment you stop believing children, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, but with all due respect, I think it's very sad. I think it's very heartbreaking. And my heart really goes out to Melody, Cherie, and the children because I know she wears it well. I know she wears it well, and she appears to be just solid as a rock and resilient. And she takes blows and hate every day. I mean, shit, she can't even open her eyes in the morning and inhale her first breath and exhale it without people coming at her just because they don't like her. Just because I don't like you. There used to be a day and time where we would just hold our peace. If you didn't have anything nice to say, you don't say it at all. And I'm not trying to pardon and tell people what to say or do, but it's just crazy that this woman couldn't even protect her children without the hate and the vitriol. And not just her. Okay. So let's shift. Many women like her that are trying to do the right thing and protect their children. But because you don't like them, their essence, their presence, their this, their that, your history with them, you call them liars. And as a result, the children suffer. And the children has suffered. The children has suffered at the hands of their father. I'm sorry. And I am happy that the Alabama court, the family court, finally got it. I am happy that the judge finally got it. I am happy that the attorney for the kid is the ad litem, or I could be saying it wrong, finally got it. But I cannot help but to question, did you finally get it because he was disrespectful to you? Because oftentimes Black women are conditioned to not complain. So, what did it take for you to finally get it, court? I can't help but to wonder, what did it take, y'all? What do you think it finally took for the judge to say, this Negro is batshit crazy and I'm not playing with him no more? Martell must have done something. Martell had to have done something, in my opinion, that was so disrespectful to the judge and or the court. Because I ain't gonna lie, if I could really tell you how I feel, I kind of feel like those people that were in charge, the clear people that are in charge of this, not my monkey, not my show. And that's kind of the approach that I felt like intuitively that they were taking towards this when it came to protecting those children. Okay. But let's get into it really quick and then I'm out of here. I got to go to dinner. But they went to court this past week and it was really quiet. Okay. It was really quiet on these YouTube streets. But according to the Urban Bell, y'all, according to the Urban Bell, the judge has had enough and she has put her foot down and she is tired of Martell misbehaving. Oh, and his blatant disregard for the court's orders. See, I think the judge was fooled by his charm, his charisma, and his good looks. And finally, he must have shitted on you in some kind of way, ma'am, that made you feel disrespected, dishonored. And now you want to snatch back your power and put on your robe like the judge when you should have been doing that in the first place because he is nothing to take lightly. Okay. But anywho, Martell has been ordered since 2 years ago to go to therapy with his son Tank, which he has refused. That's the first thing. Now, why would a father, a good father, let him tell it, why would a good father who loves his kids, a good father who gets upset because somebody says, boy, bye. If you are that good of a father, and if you have your children's best interests at heart, particularly your only begotten son, your lineage, your bloodline, your first born son, why would you neglect his mental health needs, his psychological safety? Why would you refuse him your divine protection? Because the judge feels like you need to go to therapy with your son to repair this relationship before it's too late. You need to go to therapy with your son so that he can know that you feel him, you see him, you love him, and you are there for him as a father. Why would he refuse to give his son that proper support, that therapeutic support? She just said, go to therapy with your son. Go to therapy with your son. Why would a good father refuse to do that? I'm going to let y'all figure that out. Because I believe the heart, you cannot force the heart to do what it does not want to do. Do I think he loves his kids? I think he loves his kids as much as he knows how. Do I think he likes his son? I don't know. I'm not sure. His behaviors that I've read in the court documents that he's given to me would make me think otherwise. Okay. Some of the things that he's being accused of doing and saying to his son, not only the physical, but the verbal, would make me think otherwise. Now, he was also forbidden to stop hitting those kids. Corporal punishment. Some of y'all, we whoop ours. We corporal punishment, harsh punishment. And according to, let me play it safe. And allegedly, he's continued to psychologically harass and abuse his children. So much so that the judge says you have until October to shape up, or ship out. Yeah. This man is so defiant that he is willing to lose his children, his visitation rights to his children. He has been ordered to comply with the original order of he don't even want to go, y'all, the weekly counseling order. The man don't want to even sit down and look at his child in therapy. He doesn't want to face what he's done. He doesn't want to fix this. He wants to leave it broken just as it is. He does not want to look at himself in the mirror, because when he looks at that little boy, he's going to see himself, and either it's going to force him to do better or it's going to bring him down to his fucking knees. And he has no interest in repairing the damage that he has caused to those children. We're not even talking about cheating right now. So throw cheating out the window. I don't want to hear nothing about everybody cheats. We're talking about psychological and physical harm, okay? That's the least you can do, sir, if you're going to get on the internet and brag about how good you are. Stand on business and go to... I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think therapy is going to help Martell. I think it's going to be something that he can check off of a paper, and he's done it and he's did it, but I don't think he has any interest in changing his behavior. I said it then, I'll say it now. Martell has a serious mental condition, in my opinion, based on my observations of his behavior, based on my observations of formal documented court behaviors, based on my observations of how he's treated not only his immediate family, his mother, his uncle, his cast members, his children, the women that he's engaged with. Serious psychological stuff going on with him. Okay. Now, the judge was kind enough to order his ass to pay $7,000 towards Melody's legal fees. And I can't help but to wonder why. Is that, okay, this is what I think. It's because he's been holding up the court case for 2 years because he's defiant and he refuses to do what the judge has ordered. Okay. So the judge is like, you know what? Since you wants to play, you're going to have to pay to play. And for all of you cast members that are listening to this, or maybe listening to this, if you fix your mouth to even justify anything that this man has done, then shame on you. Shame on you, because there's no right in any of his behaviors. And I can't even do a proper outro on this one. I can't. I really can't, because this is so serious to me when it comes to kids. And I'm sorry that it had to take this just to get this man to go to counseling. Then what? So when it's all said and done, okay, he goes to counseling. He is their father for the rest of their lives. and the lights go off and the cameras go off, and then the judge goes away and the case is closed, who is going to hold him accountable then? Y'all get what I'm saying? So let's take this conversation to the chat. Are you completely blown away, or did you know?